Today, I'm going to share with you my top 5 ways to improve your guitar playing. Now, these tips are not only for guitar, but can be applied to any instrument or any aspect of musicianship. So, number 1, play with a metronome or recording. All right, the metronome is your god. You should be practicing with the metronome as soon as you feel comfortable physically playing whatever you're trying to play. You should be practicing it with a recording, the recording of the song, all right, or a metronome. This will keep you in time and force you to play perfect, okay? There's no such thing as perfect, but it'll be as close to perfect as possible. You'll have to put everything together in time, and this is how you improve. It's more difficult to play with a metronome than without a metronome, but if you really want to get good, it's difficult to get good, okay? You have to accept that. So you got to put some time in with the metronome so you learn how to keep a steady beat, learn how to play in time, learn how to play tight. And when you play with a recording, you're playing through the whole song, you're playing all the parts, you're playing in time, and it's fun to play with the recording, with the band. All right, next is don't play too fast, too soon. All right, slow things down and work it out at a speed where you can control every movement. For example, if I'm trying to play a C to a G chord, all right, and if it's too fast, oh, I messed up. I messed up again. No, if it's too fast, okay, you need to slow it down to the point where you can control everything. So slow. That change. Okay, and you play at a slow speed where you can do it perfect, and then you gradually increase the speed little by little until you reach your desired speed. All right, there's no sense in playing fast and making mistakes over and over again. You're just practicing making mistakes at that point. All right, so slow it down to where you can control everything. Speed is only going to come with control. All right, next is visualization. Visualization is a great technique for memory, for memorizing a song, for memorizing techniques, for scales, etc. So for example, if you're trying to play a G major scale, all right, you can play it a million times over, kind of paying attention to what you're doing with both hands, or get away from the instrument and visualize how you're going to play it. So, second finger, fourth finger, first, second, fourth, first, third, fourth, first, third, fourth, second, fourth, first, second. I'm just memorizing the fingers, all right? And I'm going through the motions without actually playing the instrument. This way you can't just rely on like muscle memory. You have to actually know what you're talking about, all right? This goes for any tune. Reciting any song, be able to go through the motions without actually playing it. This way you can actually practice away from your instrument too. All right, so again, visualize what you're doing with both hands, your fingering, all right? The rhythm, you can sort of, not necessarily visualize, but recite the tune to yourself, okay? Whether it's like singing it or tapping it or so forth, all right? So visualize. Do it away from the instrument and go through every note, every movement, every chord, every precise thing you need to go through front to back, the song or the scale or the exercise or so forth, all right? Next is practicing efficiently. The saying is perfect practice makes perfect, not practice makes perfect. So when you sit down to practice, have a goal in mind. Figure out what it is you want to do, what you want to accomplish, and then work towards that goal. So maybe you want to play faster. Okay, have your metronome set up, keeping track of how fast you're playing, let's say your scales, your song, your solo, whatever it is, all right? You play through it, you're speeding it up gradually, all right? You're keeping track of how fast you're going. Next time you sit down to practice, you can start where you left off, you can try to improve from there, all right? Have a maybe specific technique you're trying to work on that, all right? A song, work on that song. Don't just practice aimlessly, have goals in mind. All right, last but not least is performing with other people. Playing by yourself is cool too, but having played music for like 25 years now, it's definitely better playing with other people, whether you're just rehearsing with other people or performing for an audience. Until you get up on stage or play with other people, you might not be sure where you're at all. It's hard to say where you're at, right? So get out there, try to play with people. It's a great experience, a great way to meet people, to make friends, etc. And it's a great way to improve yourself. Music is a human experience. It's about bringing people together, sharing ideas, collaborating, performing, etc. So trust me on this, from experience, you're going to get a lot more out of music if you get out there and meet people and play with people and perform for people. Even if you're shy, force yourself to do it. You'll get over your shyness eventually. All right? So, if you find my videos helpful and informative, you can show your appreciation by leaving a comment or giving me an upvote. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments, and any requests, leave them in the comments. Thanks.